Okay, happy home buyer, we're at the point where we're going to get the loan estimate, and we need to talk about that right now. All right, with a loan estimate, when you apply for a mortgage, the government requires that the lender give you a loan estimate within 3 days. The estimate should set out all the costs associated with the mortgage. It should tell you the interest rate and the points. Show the points that you pay at closing. Let you know about the discount points you use to buy a lower rate. But you need to understand, if you use points to buy a lower rate, it's going to take several months before you make up the savings of the fee. It needs to lay out the loan cost, the appraisal fee, the credit report fee, the application fee, the mortgage broker's fee, the rate lock fee if there is one. And watch for all the extra little stuff in there that's done by certain lenders. There could be other fees. If you're comparing loans between lenders, you want to watch out. The standard fees, the appraisal, the credit report, the application fee, and all that. And then you'll see some other fees thrown in there. Some lenders may have them, some may not. So you look for those, and that'll kind of help you in figuring out which lender you want to go with. Then there's the standard fees that usually don't change much. Though title and transfer charges, the escrow fees, the title fee, those rates are set and they're turned into the Department of Insurance. So you can do a little bit of shopping. There's usually not a big variance in those. Government taxes and everything will be in your loan disclosure, and those are all pretty standard. Those will not be different. They're fairly common, and everybody knows what they are. Another thing is prepaid interest. The interest will be paid in advance for the period before the first payment date. So some people try to choose a closing date that's closer to the end of the month, so there's less prepaid interest. To me, I don't know if it's that big a deal. It's you're paying interest for the time that you have the loan. So for the time that you have the property. So they prepay it within the loan. So I don't know. But some people try to do that. Close the darn thing close to the end of the month, and you pay less prepaid interest. Another thing that the loan estimate's going to have is your insurance costs. Go ahead and shop for insurance before, plenty in advance, as soon as you know what house you're going to get, so that you can get a good estimate and have a good idea of what your insurance is going to cost. That's going to be put in your impound account, and it's going to be the first year is, I think it's a year and a couple of months, is going to be charged right there when you start the mortgage, when you close on the house. It's also going to lay out the mortgage insurance if you needed it. If you weren't able to put 20% down and you need PMI, then it's going to lay out the charges for that. If you're being charged for flood insurance, it'll be in the loan estimate. Ask if there was a flood analysis done on the property. If there wasn't, you may be paying too much for flood insurance. In Lodi here, there's only like 3 or 4 houses that are within a floodplain that you need flood insurance for. In Stockton, there's quite a few houses. I'd say anything west of I-5, between the Deepwater Channel and say March Lane, you need to check and see if there's flood insurance needed, and a little bit of the east of I-5 in that area. One of the things that is good to do is to do a elevation survey, which costs money, but it'll reduce your flood insurance. And but an elevation survey, especially the further you are away from the levee or the water, the better off you're going to be usually, because you're on higher ground. But that needs to be done, or ask the prior owner if they had an elevation survey, and you may be able to reduce that flood insurance that way. Okay, so that's everything that's going to be on your loan estimate. Take it, look it over real good. If you're shopping, set all those things side by side and see who's giving you the best rates, who's throwing in extra stuff that doesn't need to be thrown in, and probably eliminate them, and then go ahead and continue being a happy home buyer. All right, have a great day. Bye.